Okay guys, so sorry for the content drought the past couple weeks. I have just been waiting to get a new headset, which I now have obviously. So I will now be able to make content I myself would watch and enjoy. So I got to come on here and talk my piece about the DMCA system. I think it's complete bogus, okay? And I'll tell you why. So when you purchase a game, if the game does not have an end user license agreement, you have the licensing to said game. Sure, you have to abide by terms of service, but it's like that on every game, every platform. However, I've been streaming Minecraft on Twitch a good bit lately, and I got DMCA warnings on pretty much all of my streams. I'm a bit sick at the moment, if y'all can't tell by my voice. So I got DMCA notices. Well, specifically I got one, but it listed a bunch of different VODs that had, quote, copyrighted material. Last time I checked, Minecraft music doesn't exactly get DMCA claimed. Let that one sink in, guys. And on top of that, to avoid this happening again in the future, I am going to have to turn the music volume all the way down, which half the fun of Minecraft is listening to some of the good music. But I'm not allowed to do that, apparently. Apparently it's a copyright violation. So this is more of a DMCA issue than a Twitch issue, because my experience on Twitch overall has been very positive. I've had a very good experience streaming on Twitch as of late. So it's not on Twitch at all. They're just trying to notify me that something was flagged by their DMCA content ID system, which is completely fair. I like the fact that they have that system. It lets you know that you did something wrong. However, just streaming the game is considered doing something wrong in the eyes of the DMCA. And I mean, I'm sorry guys, but y'all are gonna have to deal with you guys are gonna have to bear with me, because I'll have to throw together a playlist of songs that will not get me DMCA claimed, hopefully, because I'm sick of all of these big media labels trying to claim other people's work as their own. You know, just like the Vaporeon video I said in one of my recent videos. Well, more recent. A few seconds of that video, and the label, the producers, were trying to claim that video as their own. They weren't trying to strike it. No, no, no. Why would they strike it when they could use my work to make money? I spent a couple hours editing that video, and you can say they spent who knows how long making the music, which is perfectly fair. However, when it's such a minute part of the video, and I have to mute that part of the video, which arguably, not even arguably, no contest, it makes the video less funny than what was intended. I made that video for comedic purposes. I've been thinking about working on another one like that, on Scarlet and Violet, but is it really worth it? When I could get copyright claimed, I could get struck by the copyright ID system. Is it really worth it? I don't think it is worth it. I think it's complete bogus. And y'all can disagree with me all you want, but the fact is, I'm the one making the content. And by the way, swinging back around to the Twitch thing, right? The music is in the game. I paid for the game, meaning I paid for everything within that game, which includes, but is not limited to, the music. So I paid for it. I am allowed to stream Minecraft. But yet, they still want to get their grubby hands on other people's work. So I'm gonna have to play everything with music off when I'm streaming, which is stupid. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to. And on GTA, especially GTA, we should not have to tiptoe around or walk on eggshells or walk through a minefield to be able to stream off of games that we paid for. We paid our money for. We paid our hard-earned money for these games. And you're telling us that we're just not allowed to stream them the way they are? So, I'm hoping that something comes of this, something, hopefully. Or maybe the community will just make a big enough fuss about it that legislature has to actually do something about it. Because the DMCA is a United States-based thing, so hopefully our legislature will do something about it if enough people make enough noise. And I'm not talking the BLM type where they go out and blow things up and set people on fire. No, that's not called having a voice. That's called terrorism. I might have to mute that, I don't know. But, you know, people need to raise their voice and let these corporations and these companies know that, hey, this ain't okay. Like this right here, this sucks. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. You shouldn't be allowed to claim someone else's work as your own. That's the whole reason we have the DMCA, is to stop people from claiming someone else's work as their own. But yet, it is being abused by big corporations, which is what we were trying to avoid, by the way. That's what we were trying to avoid. But big corporations and people with too much money on their hands get to say, hey, I own this because reasons. Even though you spent a bunch of time and worked hard on this video, we own it because you used like 3 seconds of our song, or 10 seconds, however long it was in that video, however much of that song I used. And it was just a small little snippet. So, yeah. I don't know what to say at this point. Because I shouldn't have gotten any DMCA notice. Because again, I paid for the game. When you buy something, you pay for the whole thing. You don't pay for just a certain part of it. Right? Modern Warfare 2019, perfect example. When you buy that game, you buy the whole game. You don't just buy co-op. You don't just buy the campaign. No, you buy the whole game. Now, what you download, you get to pick what you download, but you pay for all of it. If we're paying for all of it, we are allowed to use that however we want. So long as we are not taking credit, like so long as we're not pirating it, which is already illegal, or taking credit for work that is not ours, we're pretty much in the clear because we paid for it. GTA, right, when I got it, I think it was like $60, somewhere around there. $60, I own the game, meaning I own everything included in the game. You know, Minecraft, same thing. But in all these games, we have to mute the music now and play our own, play royalty-free, non-copyrighted music, just to be able to stream and not get bored. I mean, what the heck? There's multiple soundtracks in Minecraft that got me the notice. And since I've got my phone right here, let me pull the email back up and tell you guys how many. Yeah, same VOD, right? Same VOD, 3 different occurrences, meaning that 3 different soundtracks in Minecraft are copyrighted, or DMCA claimable, I guess. So beware to anyone who makes Minecraft content, you can have a DMCA notice and a DMCA claim on your video because of Minecraft music. Three parts of that VOD were pointed out, and they're muted now, so you can't even hear them. And I have to go on my Twitch and manually review each VOD before I can publish it. I have a life. I can't just sit here and, and like watch every single VOD when I know for a fact that nothing copyrighted played. And I don't even know how to go and review my VODs to choose to upload them. They didn't even tell me how. But again, it's not even Twitch's fault. It's U.S. legislature not doing their job, not stopping corporate overreach. Because let's be real, guys, it's a massive case of corporate overreach. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and talk about that for a few minutes, because I think that is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sitting here for like 20 minutes wondering where my VODs are, wondering if I was streaming, wondering that maybe it was just a UI error and I wasn't actually live, when I was live, but I have to manually review and upload the VODs. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to sit here and watch through every single VOD to sweep it for DMCA material. Because again, I pay for a product, I expect to be able to use the whole product, not just a part of it. I pay to use the full product, I do not pay to only use part of that product. And I especially am not paying to cut out a part of that product. I mean, come on, do you guys know how boring GTA Online is without music? I mean, do y'all understand how boring that game gets when you're not listening to music? It gets boring real fast. And again, I used to watch Typical Gamer back when he did all the GTA stuff. I used to watch him, and he talked about it a little bit, how he had to continually mute the audio so he wouldn't get his streams taken down. That's the point we're at, guys. We're at the point where you have to go and do digging to find out what games are and aren't okay to have the music enabled on. We are content creators. We are not corporate slaves. We are content creators. We are not copyright holders. We are content creators. We are not lawyers. We pay for a product, right? They make a product, we pay for it. That's like the government saying, oh, hey, so, you know that pistol you bought? Yeah, so, even though you bought a pistol that's chambered in 10mm auto, we're going to ban 10mm auto. No, they can't do that. That's a pretty big infringement upon the Second Amendment, here in the States anyways. Or let's say you buy a car, right? You buy a car and they say, oh, well, gasoline is illegal now. But I just spent a bunch of money on a car that needs gasoline to drive. Yeah, no, sorry, just use electric. I don't want to use electric. That's the whole point of me buying the car. If I wanted an electric car, I'd buy a Tesla. But you know, that's exactly what it's like. And we're sick of walking on eggshells and walking through minefields to stream and make content. And I'm speaking, and I know, you know, someone's gonna call me out for this, for saying, because in the past I've said don't speak on others' behalves. But me, I'm a little guy. I've got very little to lose, right, when it comes to streaming and stuff. I'm a little guy. I've got 24 followers on Twitch. Let me tell you guys something. On behalf of the entire content creation community, we demand action. We demand to be able to make the content that we want to make. If the music is not in the game, fine. You can copyright claim it, you can copyright strike it. However, if it blatantly falls under fair use, and we're still getting DMCA notices and takedowns, that is bogus, that is bull. We refuse to accept that. We refuse to sit here and take it. I'm saying what a lot of people won't say. Because if Twitch streamers, and I'm not going to name names, but if certain people can sit there and just watch YouTube videos with minimal reaction, and that's considered fair use, And they're getting money for that, by the way. They're getting donations, they're getting subscribers on Twitch. If they're able to sit there and watch other people's hard work, piggyback off of other people's hard work and effort, but we're not allowed to play the game at its fullest, that doesn't make any sense, man. Like, we want to play the game. We don't want to sit here and keep messing around with settings and then play the game. Because some of us, right, not all of us, some of us have things outside of Twitch, outside of YouTube, outside of gaming, right? Some of us have other things to do. We don't want to sit here and waste a bunch of time scrolling through settings every time we go to play a game. It's not fair. We shouldn't have to do that. At all. So, I mean, yeah, that's it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I'll put music in this one like I did a couple of my other videos. I might not. I don't know, dude. I'm heated right now. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.